Charlie Clark of the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce joining us. I haven't had a chance to talk to you since the Today Show appearance a couple of weeks ago. Folks who don't know, these guys are the folks at the Chamber who made that happen. I mean,
well,
you set it up. You have made yourselves available to make that happen.
Yeah, we worked with 9 different producers. I think people would be so surprised to know just how much goes into producing an hour of live television. Yeah. It's a lot. As you know, it was sponsored by VRBO.
Right.
So that was handled in that regard. And then we worked with a ton of producers to really show off the best of the destination. And we're thrilled.
Did it do what you wanted it to do?
Absolutely. Right. I mean, when you think about the audience, the size of that audience, and they're so beloved. When you've got Craig Melvin, who's a South Carolina native, and Al Roker and Chanel Jones and Dylan Dreyer coming in, and they're shining the spotlight on your ecology with the turtle segment that they did. Gullah, the Gullah culture, that's fantastic. And we did a little bit of the statistical take a look at it, and about 19 million people that morning and in the mornings leading up with the teasers heard Hilton Head Island, Hilton Head Island.
And that's a whole different audience from what we get for Save the RBC Heritage, which is done for the same reason, but a whole different audience.
Yeah, so what a great way it was really a love letter to Hilton Head Island, an hour-long live remote from the beach, which, as you can imagine from a logistics perspective, it's a lot to move a crew when you've got over 50 people in the crew to hear. So what a great experience for them. They loved it. They loved every minute of it.
The feedback from the Today folks was pretty positive, and I would imagine in part because you also happen to be the first of the series.
Yes.
When they do the 8th one of these later this summer, they're probably going to be worn out from doing it, but there was so much freshness because it was their first time out of New York in years.
It is post-COVID. It was the first post-COVID live remote they've done, and they don't do them as often as you'd think. It is like I said, a considerable lift to take an entire production team out of New York and put them elsewhere. But what a love letter to Hilton Head Island. Thrilled with that coverage and exposure for our ecology and different aspects of the community.
You measured it in audience. How do you measure it? How do our folks here in town going to measure it over the coming months?
You know, we saw a lot of it was very heartwarming to see the positive comments. There's a sense of pride of place here.
Sure.
And I think having the Today Show come in just reinforces that pride of place. You want to show off the place that you live. And they did it in such a way that it went beyond beaches and went beyond the usual. And I think it's great that more people are learning about our cuisine and our Gullah culture and a lot of things I'm sure those people might not have known about before that morning. So it was really great. And that coverage, I think people would be surprised to know just how much coverage the destination does receive, whether it's HGTV or a travel show, or we have influencers coming in this week as well. So it's just a constant drumbeat. We like to keep that exposure going, and people keep us top of mind.
Yeah, well, you guys are all actually awful busy. As somebody on the other side, the media side of it, though, you let them know you're there. They know you're there to be used for their purposes in creating content.
Well, can you imagine coming into a community you don't know and not knowing where those hidden gems are, or not knowing anything about the Gullah culture or our cuisine here? So it's nice to kind of have someone to show them the ropes.
And because you guys have done such a great job at that, little announcement, drum roll. You're being nominated again to be National Chamber of the Year.
Yes, we are, Bob. We're so excited. We are up against, you have to be invited to apply. Based on your membership retention, and we are up against Dallas and Portland for this competition.
Those are 2 big cities.
Those are 2 big cities. We are punching above our weight, as they say.
Yeah, but Dallas, obviously a top 10 city in the country, size-wise. Portland kind of in the 30s and 40s.
Yes.
And then a little bit of Hilton Head.
And the community should be really proud. Our members should be really proud, because that's what makes it happen. There's not any portion of your operation that is not looked at, from your financials to your programming to your impact on the community. So we're just really, I know that as the saying goes, we're really proud to be a nominee.
Sure.
And proud to be in the running with a group that's stellar. So we'll find out in July. We have to go for another live interview with judges for that competition, and then we'll find out.
I got a little piece of tape for you to take with you, hosted by Craig Melvin. That probably won't hurt.
That'll be good.
Thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Love being here.
All right, Charlie Clark of the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber.